The apartment smelled of Thanksgiving leftovers, but none of it felt right. Omaima Nelson sat cross-legged on the floor, her red-stained hands resting in her lap. The small television in the corner buzzed with a sitcom laugh track, a mocking contrast to the silence in the room. Behind her, the dismembered remains of William Nelson were scattered between trash bags, suitcases, and the deep chill of the refrigerator. She blinked slowly, her mind fractured. Was it self-defense or something darker? A week earlier, everything had been different. Bill Nelson was charming at first, older, yes, but generous and strong. A former pilot, recently out of prison for fraud and sexual assault, he promised Omaima the kind of life she dreamed of when she left Egypt. They had met just weeks earlier, and now here she was married, relocated to Costa Mesa, and wrapped in the illusion of stability. But behind closed doors, it was different. Bill was rough, possessive, demanding, and when he drank, he changed. On Thanksgiving Day, the violence boiled over. She would later tell investigators he tied her up, assaulted her, and raped her repeatedly over 2 days. But when he finally untied her, either in drunken confidence or arrogance, Omaima struck back. She grabbed a lamp, shattered it over his skull, then reached for the iron. The room spun with rage. She stabbed him with a pair of scissors, again, until he was still. Then silence. The next hours blurred. She dragged his body to the bathroom, then the kitchen. She used tools, some from his garage, to begin dismembering him. She decapitated him, skinned him, removed teeth. She tried to cook his hands in oil to get rid of fingerprints. The torso, according to her own statements, was cooked with barbecue sauce, though she later denied cannibalism in court. For days, she worked on disposing of him, his remains stuffed in trash bags, drained, marinated, hidden. At one point, she allegedly told a friend, "Nothing tastes as good as the man I married. It's sweet and so delicious." But she was unraveling. Her undoing came when she called an ex-boyfriend for help. Jose Esquivel heard panic in her voice. She claimed Bill had tried to rape her, that she killed him in self-defense, that his body was in pieces. Terrified, Jose contacted police. When officers arrived, they found a grisly scene. Human remains in the freezer, body parts in trash bags, blood trails on the carpet. Her story changed several times. At one point, she claimed Bill was out of town. Later, she said he tried to kill her. Then she denied remembering what happened at all. In 1993, at her trial, the defense argued that Omaima suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder due to years of sexual and physical abuse, first in Egypt, later in America. A psychologist testified that she had dissociative episodes and was not fully aware of her actions, but the prosecution called it cold-blooded murder, premeditated, calculated, a pattern, they said, pointing to earlier relationships where she had scammed or threatened men. The jury agreed. Omaima Nelson was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 28 years to life. Now in prison, she waits. Her parole has been denied more than once. Each time, she pleads for forgiveness, says she's changed, that she was scared, that she didn't know how else to escape. But the truth lies somewhere between fear and fury, between survival and savagery. And every Thanksgiving behind bars, the silence reminds her. What's your take on this? What kind of person do you think Omaima was? Follow for more exciting true crime events like this, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.